All right, let's begin with what she has to say, people.
Guys, my name is Christine, and I'm a dating, relationship, and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how a woman feels when she realizes that she has lost you. So, one of the main things that what a woman will feel and experience when she feels like she has lost you is she'll feel a need to reconnect with you in some way. Now, these forms of reconnection may be quite subtle at first. So, for example,
Yes.
she may re-add you on something like Instagram or Facebook. Maybe that you start to hear about her from any mutual friends that you may have, or maybe one of her friends starts talking to you, and you can kind of tell that that friend is fishing for information. So, to begin with, a woman who feels like she's lost you will try to reconnect with you, but she will test the waters first. She won't just flat out come up to you or call you up and message you and say, I miss you, even though sometimes that does happen. But more often than not, a woman will test the waters first before reaching out to you and messaging you. And even when it gets to the point where she does message you, yeah, she again may not directly say, I miss you, I still love you, I want to get back together, I made
What
a mistake leaving you.
what women do is that they hover, right? They'll like a photo, or you'll notice she's looking at you because most women, because of the female ego, they don't want you. They don't want to initiate. They want you to initiate. Um, Personally, like I said, like I always say, if they're doing that, I wouldn't initiate. If they're doing that hovering creepy ass thing, I want to see some concrete. Hello, I want to see you again because some women just like the drama. They like the chase. They like the whole getting back together process. Some of these women just like that. And as guys, we are all about action. They're all about the chase, at least chasing them. They want you to chase them. So that'll be the first move. And if you act on it, she's gonna lose respect for you.
What she will do is she'll just say something inconsequential, such as, and casual, like, hey, how are you? She might not necessarily get into how she's actually really feeling and
And,
what.
and let me tell you this: if you live in a feminist culture, this happens less often because women in very affluent countries are very different than women in poorer countries. If you live in fucking Timbuktu, then yeah, expect this to work. But if you're in America or anywhere that's way too successful, some of these women, feminism has put them in a place where they literally don't act like women. Like they don't like flowers. Like they don't like romanticism. They don't react to being love bombed as much. They're just colder. So you got to be careful. I would personally, I wouldn't date a feminist. If I'll be honest with you, but because feminists they're just difficult to deal with a lot of times.
Why she has reached out to you. So there's a quote that I really like by Corey Wayne, and it is something like this. He says, if a woman reaches out to you, assume that it means that she wants to see you. And I have found that to be incredibly true. I found it true when I was dating and when I met my wife.
What?
If a woman is reaching out to you,
Wait, wife? What the fuck? Okay, all right. Hey,
it usually means that she wants to see you or she misses you. So even though she may not directly say, I miss you, I want to get back together, if she's reaching out to you and saying, hey, how are you? And she's inquiring about you, then that is a sign of a woman who feels like she's lost you and is trying to reconnect with you and hoping that you will ask her out. Because again, this is still her sort of testing the waters
she should say she's a lesbian all the time because that changes everything. I'm not even gonna lie. That changes everything.
to see where she stands with you. So if you want her back and she reaches out to you, ask her out, ask to have a catch up. Of course, you may not want to do that. Maybe you've moved on, and usually times out of 10, if this is an ex who you're dealing with, then it's always usually better to just leave the ex as an ex and to move on with your life. But sometimes things can happen. Maybe it was a woman that isn't an ex. It could be that she just lost interest in you and she sort of backed off from you. Maybe she sort of disappeared for a little bit, and you didn't really understand what happened, which is a very common thing. In fact, a lot of people that a lot of clients that I get are men who are in that situation where they're dating a woman and she's starting to back off, or she has backed off and they're hoping to reignite her attraction in them. So, with that being said, though, when it comes to an ex, there are occasions where I say it's okay to get back with an ex, but this is usually down to if there's been a misunderstanding. So a misunderstanding might be they thought that you cheated on her when you didn't. That's a misunderstanding.
And be falsely
Or it
accusing
could
you.
be something along the lines of a third party getting involved.
Those
Like
chismosos.
perhaps her mother didn't really like you that much and was whispering in her ear, or her best friend, and someone got involved, right? That's, again, a reason when it's okay to get back with someone, because if that person was genuinely nice and there was a good fit for you and you two got on really well and someone just put a wedge between you, then that's not really your ex's fault. Although maybe somewhat if they allowed that to influence them. But what you need to do then if you're in that kind of situation is you need to talk to your ex when you guys start reconnecting and say, look, what happened was that that person got involved. We need to not involve ourselves with that person anymore, because obviously they don't like us together. So we're gonna have to find a way to sort of measure the distance with them, and not engage with them as much anymore. Or at least we need to not be taking what they say so seriously, so it creates another wedge. So those are occasions when it's okay to get back with an ex.
That's actually very true. Or if you guys, I always tell this, if you've been together for years, like grandpa and grandma type of shit, like if they've been together for decades, you can't let one cheating accident after decades of being married stop you. So it really does depend on how long you guys been together and what do you guys have together. Like it really does depend. But most of the time, you shouldn't get together back. But I think what she said made a lot of sense. Like there's a very fine line of acceptability of getting back with an ex, and those are very fine circumstances.
But I'm going to tell you a personal story now, and it's a story that I use quite a lot on this channel, but I think it just reflects how a woman feels and what she will do when she starts to miss you and she feels like she's lost you. So I had a situation where an ex came back into my life, and basically what happened was we had been broken up for a few weeks. I was totally over the relationship, and the reason why I was totally over it was because I found out that this girl who I was dating was just a compulsive liar, and she just lied about so many different things to me, like lots of serious things too. Like she lied about her family, about family members that she had. She said that she had
Damn.
adopted brothers and sisters, and they
Damn.
just did not exist.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And she
That's
also
scary.
was saying about one that had like unalived themselves.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And it was just all fabricated,
That's
all
crazy.
lies, which is really
Crazy.
scary.
Yeah, it is
If
scary.
you think about how people can really lie about these kinds of things.
That's crazy.
And also, it's when I started to sort of understand that maybe she wasn't being so truthful about her life, was when she told me a story, and I can't remember the story exactly. All I remember was how I felt. And basically what I felt was this, that she told me a story, and it had like a punchline at the end. It was quite a funny story. And then the week after, she told me the exact same story, but there was different people involved. It was the exact same story, just different people. And that's when the alarm bell started ringing inside my head, thinking, okay, this isn't right. I don't remember exactly what she said. It was something about giving kids e-numbers or something like that. Like her dad gave her cousins e-number, sweets with e-numbers in it, and they started acting crazy. And then the next time she talks about it, it was just a completely different person involved doing it. So it was something like that. I don't remember specifically. But with that being said, I was over the relationship because of these behaviors, and I was done. I was like, okay, fine, I don't want to be with that person anymore. Clearly something's going on there. they've got issues, not interested in being with her anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So anyway, when she realized that I was gone and that I really did take the breakup seriously, what happened was she re-added me on Facebook, and I accepted the friend request because I was just sort of at a place where I didn't really care, and also I was at a place where I was just thinking she's probably just wants to add me so she can stalk me, and I was like, fine.
By the way, people, we're gonna continue this. Where's this at? Check out the t-shirt store, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's right. Father Alex sells his t-shirts. If you guys want to check out those, look at these t-shirts, man. We got New York City. These are New York Knicks colors. And these are all paintings that I've done by my own. So if you guys want to check it out, just click on the description down below. And don't forget, there's a free gift for you guys, a free video where, you know how my previous videos, I deleted it. Well, those videos, I'm putting it in a free gift for you guys. And the topic is 21 dark strategies to make a woman fall in love. It had over 2.3 million views. So if you guys want to, excuse me, if you guys want to check it out and take a look at that forbidden video, just in the description down below, just put your email in the free gift section and you'll see it. Anyway, let's continue.
Fine, you can stalk me if you like, I don't care. But then a few days after she added me,
Let's go back to that.
did the friend request because I was just sort of at a place where I didn't really care, and also I was at a place where I was just thinking she's probably just wants to add me so she can stalk me, and I was like, fine, you can stalk me if you like, I don't care. But then a few days after she added me and I accepted, she reached out to me and she said, hey, how are you?
Hello, baby.
And we had a conversation for a little bit, and we nearly started meeting up again, but I just realized there's no way. There's just no way I can go back to this. So I put my foot down and we didn't ever meet up again. But that's how a woman may start behaving when she realizes that she's lost you. She will start to do things like re-add you, right?
Hey, big head, text
on
you.
certain social media platforms, if you're not still friends, obviously. And then she'll reach out to you. But there are other ways that she may do this, okay? Now, I'm only going from the experience that I had, but I have seen and I've heard of occasions where women will ask their friends to go up to the guy that they liked or their ex-boyfriend and start talking to them, because basically they're trying to figure out if he's seeing someone else or if he still misses her and still cares about her and things like that.
That's crazy. It's almost sad type
so
of
she'll
shit.
start to do these really subtle clues, and that's how you'll know that she regrets losing you. And basically, it's this, what she's feeling is she's feeling this fear. She's feeling this fear that you're gone, especially if you're applying no contact. So if you're applying something like the no contact rule and you vow to walk away from her and you're starting to move on with your life, she's gonna feel like she's losing you. And if someone loves you and cares about you and they feel like they're losing you, then obviously they're gonna try and do something about it, okay? So I think what worked for me, though, in terms of reattracting that ex that tried to get back into my life, was I was doing no contact genuinely. I was genuinely just done. And I think, oddly, women can sense that. Women can sense when you're completely over it.
Yeah, because they can sense your happiness. But also, there are little things about your behavior that changes that you're not aware of, but that it speaks loudly about you. Those little things are very difficult to fake. And because they're difficult to fake, women notice. And that's why if you want an ex to come back, it's really about having an identity level change. It's changing from within to such a degree that a woman can sense it from miles away. Like your vibe changes, and the way they think of you when your vibe changes is completely different than when you're not, and when you're needy and creepy and looking for sex all the time and having no control over your libido.
And I think a lot of it has to do with like not transactions, but micro interactions on things like social media. So if you're not viewing her stories anymore, if you're not liking her posts, if you're not occasionally messaging her anymore, if you've just completely done no contact, and whenever she opens her phone, when it comes to you, it's just a blank screen. There's like no notifications from you whatsoever. You're not in her stories, you're not in her DMs, you're just gone. And I think that's what really works with women who still have feelings for you, right? And don't want to lose you, because maybe instinctively she thinks that, oh, he'll come back, he'll miss me eventually. He's always messaged me. He's gone for days without messaging me before he'll message me again. I know he's going to come back. But it's when she realizes that you're gone and you're not going to message her again, and she feels that and she can sense that fear.
But that comes from your reputation. A woman sees you day by day, and if they see that you have a tough time letting go, a tough time walking away, everything angers you, everything triggers you. Well, when she leaves you, she's gonna say, "I'm gonna treat." He's the way he reacts to losing his flight, the way he reacts to people being late, the way he reacts when his team loses. He's gonna react the same way with me, and I don't need to. I don't need to come back to him because I've seen him lose his control over little things. He's gonna lose it over me. That's why being stoic and showing her during moments of stress that you don't get phased in other areas of life will give her that unconscious understanding that this dude can be happy without me. How you react in daily life.
That is when she's going to start testing the waters and try to creep back in to your life. And then, of course, by that time, you can decide if you want her back in your life. And maybe if it's an ex, maybe it's probably better if she stays out of your life, because if it ended,
You know what matters is how is you never go back to them. You let them come back to you. And if she does come back, like AMS said, make her lick your ass. Don't just take her back. Make her pay a price. Say I want a threesome. Or say you're gonna have to suck my dizzy. I don't give a hell. Find something that she has to do that she doesn't like, that you use that as a way to make her pay a price. Because when you do that, she's gonna have a harder time doing that thing to you again. All right. Um. Anyways, guys, check out my course, Dark Game. It's a course that I created to teach guys how to apply these strategies in these videos. And I pretty much teach you how to reprogram your mind to become more attracted to women, how to attract women by saying less and doing less, how to behave around women at the workplace, how to get women to notice you if you're not attractive. Everything that I teach, and a big part of it is social circle game. So purchase that course. It's a course that guarantees you're gonna find some girls gonna want to fuck you. I guarantee that. My guarantee is that if you do what this course says, in 1 year, if you're not getting laid, somebody's gonna want to fuck you. If you do what those videos says. I know that for sure. Anyways, see you guys inside.